Hello and welcome to Gazuma's Modding. Today we'll be looking at Terraria's Tmod Loader. This is the normal version. We'll also be looking at the 64-bit. It's like settings it's got in it and the mod browser and all the good stuff you'll need to know if you want to play Terraria modded. Okay, so first things first, you'll obviously need to own Terraria. And if you want to just use the normal Tmod Loader, you can download it off of Steam. It's actually quite easy to do. It just plays like any normal Steam game. And I'll go over as it freaks out. And I'll go over the ups and downs of the normal version and the 64-bit. The main one is that the total memory you have available to mod the game is capped at the 4 GB limit, and the 64-bit will use however many you have, however much RAM you have in your computer. So if we were to enable some of these mods, I just downloaded a bunch of them because why not? So let's just do like Calamity, a nice big mod. It takes up a big chunk of your memory limit, and this memory limit is actually not like fixed. It's not guaranteed that it'll actually use this much, so it will rise and dip below this. So the closer you get to the 4 GB limit, the more likely you are to encounter it running out of RAM and crashing. So if you wanted to play with one or maybe one big mod and like a bunch of little small mods, I fully recommend using just the normal Tmod Loader. This one and the 64-bit work exactly the same. They have their own built-in mod browser that you just can have the different search menus, so search by popularity, mods that are not installed and updated so you can find the new ones, or you can look at the ones that you have installed, or the ones that need updates. It's a quite nice mod browser. Okay. It's got its own settings in the settings menu, and these are all fine. I've never had to mess with these, but I did see the download mods from server on, which is interesting. I haven't tried multiplayer with this yet, but maybe I'll do a follow-up video to that. So this is pretty basic and easy to understand. So now we'll go take a look at Tmod Loader 64-bit because it's a little bit more complicated. So first things first, the Tmod Loader 64-bit is not on Steam, and you do have to go download it from its own standalone page on the Terraria forums. Just Googling it will bring it up typically. It's on 11.8.1 right now. I believe it just updated recently. And the installation for this is actually incorrect from what I've seen so far, because the Terraria, as of now, whatever the date is today, March 5th, 2021, Terraria is on its 1.4 update, which I believe is the final update or whatever version that is, and Tmod Loader hasn't gotten there yet. So both the one on Steam and the 64-bit are the version before that. I believe it's 1.3.5. I may be mistaken on that. We'll see it in a game in a while here. But so this is actually incorrect. You do need Terraria. You download the file from whichever one you prefer. And yeah, so you need specifically this, and all this other stuff comes with it, I think, if you download it as a zip. I've already got it downloaded, so I'll skip that step for now. Yeah, so you actually want to put it into your Tmod Loader folder, not your Terraria folder. It will not work because of the different game version. So yeah, you can just go to properties, local files. Oops. So this is what mine looking at. Already has the 64-bit. So yeah, you can extract your Tmod Loader 64-bit, and it will come with a. Did I already extract it? Here, it should come when it extracts. It should look like this, and you want specifically this one, unless you want to use the Vulkan pack, but I'm not too sure. I haven't tested that one out. And this is what you want to drag into your normal Tmod Loader folder. And once you've got all that in there, you have to launch it through this 64-bit exe, because if you just hit the normal play button, it'll just look for a normal Tmod Loader. I'm sure there's some shenanigans you could do to make it redirect, but I just made a shortcut and put it on my desktop because that's nice and easy to do. And of course, since it's a little bit more complicated, it has a little bit more of a launch time. Okay, but it functions exactly the same. You can see the 64-bit and the down here, and yeah, the version we're running is 3 point or version. I don't know if you're 1.3.5.3. So I thought I must have missed that last 3. But yeah, it functions exactly the same. You can look at all the mods, your own mods, and you have a much larger memory limit because it's your own RAM limit. I have 32 gigabytes, so I have 32 gigabytes of RAM available for Terraria to use. Though I don't recommend going that high, even me going crazy with this. I have quite a bit of it. I don't remember exactly how much of it is enabled. Let's see. Some of these I didn't want because I didn't like them. So let me take them out. So I'll let this do, and this is like my mega mod pack that crashes. So this isn't something I'd recommend to do. Although the crashing in this game isn't that detrimental. You kind of just load back in and you're usually only missing like maybe a minute or 2 of progress. And I don't know which mod it is, but one of them puts me back into exactly where I was. So that's nice. But this is going to take a bit, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, and we're back. It's loaded all the mods, and as you can see, it used up, well, it doesn't look like it used up quite a bit, but it is a decent chunk. This would definitely crash the normal Terraria, or the normal Terraria's Tmod Loader. So, since I have other mods installed, now they have more settings and stuff, and if you go in game, I hope that's not copyright music. It can't be, it's in a mod, right? And now that we're in game, you can see that there's a mod configuration, and this lets you edit your mods to better suit your uses and needs. You do have to do this in game. It doesn't appear to be in the main menu from what I've seen. Yeah, with that, you should know how to mod the game. My only tips is to keep up on any incompatibilities that might arise. I was using the Fargo Soul mod, and it was incompatible with thorium, and it caused my damage to suck. And then I had an even more modifiers mod that I guess was old and outdated, because it just caused my damage to go crazy, like 80,000 per hit. So it is a little bit of trial of error to get your mod pack working and stable. Mine is only slightly stable. Sometimes it does crash. I didn't try that hard in putting in stuff that wouldn't crash. I actually went the opposite route and put in as many things as I could to see if it would work. And yeah, I'm already in hard mode, and I already have lag. If you do have pretty bad lag, I should mention, you should turn down some of your settings. Quality low, lighting, you can turn it to just the mono, but I hate the mono color, so I suffer through the lag. I heard turning your background off. Blood and Gore is another one that causes a bit of lag. I don't know, with that you should know pretty much anything you need to know about modding Terraria, either through the normal T-Loader or the 64-bit. And with that, I say thank you and goodbye.